This is a test that's got me thinking. Let me show you this. 4-iron, Calais 01T. Now bear that in mind. Now let me show you this. Wrong club. Lost its real big bit there, didn't it? Let me show you this. Takomo 101T. What? Now, am I seeing things, or do they look very similar apart from logo, name, and slight difference? Like, I'm picking out things here, right? This ridge, let me show you from here, this and this. And I'm not going to lie, I've just been cleaning these up. When you put them down at the ball, I couldn't tell you which one is which, apart from actually think potentially the club on the right is the Calais, because the top line is a little bit thicker. Now, this got me thinking, because when I tested the Calais irons, they were I was right, to be fair. They were unreal up until 7-iron, 6-iron. 4-iron, 5-iron just did not fly the distance because I found I couldn't launch them. So does the same thing happen in the Takomos? And as a head-to-head battle at this price point, are they worth a gamble? Because you've got to order them online, you've got to take them out, no fitting. It is a bit of a gamble. Now, I'm saying this, one of the students that I had here on How Good Golf brought this up on the Takomo iron video. He tested it, a mid-handicapper, and said, it's a bit of a gamble going Takomo because you can't get fitted. So, is this gamble worth it? We're going to hit shots with 4-irons, shot with 5-irons and 7-irons. And the best thing about this is you're going to see up on the green where they land. This is a true, honest test. And it also helps that we're in the heart of the Italian hills with a 6th century castle. Now, I actually sound like I'm on Homes Under the Hammer or Homes Away or Selling in the Sun. Whatever that programme is in the UK, UK audience will know. If you're in America, you must have the same thing, right? Okay, let's get a yardage. There's our 5-irons that we're going to hit. This is a 2-tiered green, Robert Trent Jones design. Ooh, 210 yards on the nose. I'm going to start with Calais. Let's see what goes here. Look how low that comes out. Get a piece of the green, a little bit left side. Ooh, that's what I fear. Did you just see how low that came out? It was like a bullet. And I know you're not going to hit 4-irons high. But at the same time, you do want a little bit more launch. Right, bear in mind as well, that's on a little bit of an upslope. That was the Calais. That was the Calais. Low launch, in my opinion. Mr. Green just left. Right. It's now time to hit the Takomo. Let's see if we can hit the green here. And more importantly, I want you to take note of the launch. Look at the difference in that height. That's what I expect a 4-iron. That's all over the flag. Did you just see that shot? Now that is massive. So how, with irons that literally look like they come out of the same factory? Now the first thing that you're going to think is it loft? Well, these are the lofts you can see on the screen right now. 4-iron with Calais and 4-iron with the Takomo. Like for me, that launch is just totally different. Right, let's move on to the 5-iron. And that's what I fear. Now interestingly, price point. I've got to show you this. £499 for the Calais and £489 for the Takomo. Now, based on that 4-iron shot, on an upslope, Takomo have got it. So far, anyway. Now, we've got these shots hit with the 5-iron. We're 191 yards away. I'm still getting over that shot. How narrow is that green? Okay, here we go. So we're going to go in the same order. This is the Calais iron, and this is 5-iron. This is a flat lie as well, so this will be super interesting what we get here. Bear in mind the 4-iron was on an upslope. That's a better height, but I feel that was a little bit heely. Get a piece of the green, it's fading in, please. Oh yes, that's definitely dancing, but quite a bit short. I get quite a lot of feedback in that, like that was actually not a bad strike around here, but a little bit of feedback up the club. Better height, but I would expect that. Anytime I get out the heel, I do tend to get that sort of flight. Right, and what's really cool is we have the exact same shafts in these irons to make this test ultimately fair. Right, onto the Takomo. Like, you can't literally pick. I mean, the only thing you could sort of say, top line, is slightly chunkier on the Calais than it is on the Takomo. Now, these are the player's version of the hollow head design. That's the one thing you could add to that, but it's marginal, literally marginal. I just don't know how they've done it. I mean, the likes of some big influencers are now using these irons. Here's the 5-iron in the Takomo. Let's see how this one flies in relation to that Calais. Look at the height difference. Oh my Lord, that felt like a hot knife through butter. That's all over the flag. I mean, it looks like it's stone dead. I don't know what it is. And I can't put my finger on it. But I mean, this is a little bit thin, so the divot was a little bit less. This was absolutely struck. Pure as you like. I can't tell what the difference is. All I'm doing this is test. Just open up your eyes and go, what is the difference between these? Because they literally look like, I mean, brands don't want me to say this. They've come from the same factory. Even look at the sole here, the back edge. And if you put these down next to each other, I'd struggle to find a difference. I've not missed a beat with those Takomos. I can see them here now. They're a bit short of the flag, but they're literally, you throw a blanket over them. Right, we are 166 from the flag. We're going to keep it the same order. And the same thing that I would say, and actually, the one thing I can see a slight difference is, and it's coming a little bit more apparent, and maybe this helps launch, the Takomo is slightly bigger at the back than the Calais. Now, I'm speculating here, but on my knowledge of golf, if you have a little bit of a bigger back, this allows the manufacturer to put centre of gravity a little bit lower and further back, which, I say which, and a bit of speculation here, could be contributing to that slightly higher launch, which, in this sense, is why I'm seeing and enjoying that flight a little more. Right. Calais coming up, 166. Can we get this close again? Let's see. Now, I know I've said they're out the same factory. I know they're not. Well, I don't think they are. But I think for both of them, both brands have done an unbelievable job in getting into that market of, we can give you cheaper irons that still really do look good, look great, in fact, and perform. Here we go. Right, 7-iron. What a strike. What a strike with the Calais. That was beautiful. Oh, that's got to be dancing around that flag. To be fair though, I'm getting excited. It was still a little bit lower than I would anticipate for a 7. Like, you know when you're looking at a shot, I didn't even feel that. I was picturing it should be up there and it came out a little bit like down there. These are tiny little things, but these all add up. Stopping power with a set of irons, this is what I found out in my fitting from Cam, is a vitally important part of it. Right, we are going to put all these divots back, by the way. Do not worry about that. Okay, right. This is for a full house, by the way, with the Takomo. Please fade a little. Please fade a little. Please fade a little. I think it's got a piece. You'll be able to see. I think it's got a piece. Now, did you see the difference in the height? Let's replay those shots right now. That launch is very, very different in my eyes and what I'm anticipating and what I'm seeing. Right, let's head up to the green. Let's see where these are finished. All right, we're getting close to the green. There is the two Takomos, 4-iron and 5-iron. You can literally throw a blanket over them. Look at that. To be fair, look at the Calais 7-iron. So, Takomo either 4 or 5-iron. This is the 7-iron from Takomo right here, 7-iron from Calais right there, and these are the other two shots, 4 and 5-iron from Calais. So Calais are in this line, which are actually, it's very interesting this. The Calais are 5-iron, 4-iron, I think, or even 5-iron, 4-iron, one of the other, and that's the 7. And then if I go a little bit closer, these are the 7-iron, 4-iron, 5-iron of Takomo. So even though they launch a little bit lower, the Calais, I'm getting a little more out of them. Now for me, that's not a thing that I like to see. I like to see a little bit of a higher launch, more stopping power. But I'll let you decide on that. The lofts will be playing a part on that, but very, very interesting to take a look at this test and actually test it on an unbelievable golf course just like this. Thanks for watching and see you next week.